Hello, my name is Chad and this is Thedragstop. Okay guys, so it is almost Halloween and you know what that means. They're back! The Sanderson sisters are here again and the second movie is coming out, so I expect immense popularity to pop up this season, and this year I'm going to be giving you an in-depth tutorial on how to do the Sanderson sister wigs. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so without further ado, I want to show you my base wigs. So this wig is from Bam Bam Wigs. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video, and this wig was from my personal collection. Now for the ventilation, I used this strawberry blonde and purple braiding hair from my local beauty supply. It worked perfect. You can use whatever you'd like. I'm probably not doing it right, but I don't give a Strawberry blonde and purple braiding hair will be needed for this style. You will see later in the video where else I used it besides the ventilation. I will be showing you ventilation tips and steps and a tutorial in a later video. It was really important to me that I got the dimensions in the hair. Now this may not be movie accurate, but this is drag, right? So you see our nice widow's peak with the strawberry blonde in there, and then you see the purple highlights here to give the black wig a lot of dimension. Step one is going to be rolling the wig for Winnifred, and in a time-lapse video I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. I start by rolling the wig straight down the middle and then down the other two sides, creating 3 different sections.
Alright, now that Winnifred is done, we are going to roller set Mary. Notice how the projection on these rollers was straight up, so that when we are eventually styling it that way, we have some assistance.
Now, Mary is a little bit different because her style requires a ton of structure, including a wire that goes like so. Go ahead and watch this time lapse to keep up. So throughout the wig, I am zip tying sections of the purple to give it dimension. God knows you're gonna need some coffee for this.
Now that we have added in the hair and the braiding hair to the wig with some points that are zip tied down, you can see the dimension in the wig, but we still need to curl it and add texture so that it's uniform to the style.
Now what we're going to do first is we're going to build that structure I talked about right on the top of the head so that we can build around that, but that is the core. You want to make sure that that is extremely solid, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I really get in there and I tease things maybe 3 or 4 times to create that little bird's nest. Now we're going to do that in 3 different parts on this wig, so try and keep up. You really want to make sure they're all even and packed tightly because we're creating the base for the style. And if you want this to last a long time, you're going to have to take your time and really pack that hair in so that they fit well in the bun. And the last step is the one on the back. Pack, tease.
Okay, so now that you have your 3 quadrants that are teased up balls, you have your 2 in the front, and then you have your 1 in the back. So we kind of have like a triangle on the head, right?
So like that. So what that's going to do is we're going to take the hair in the middle and then we're going to like wrap it all around to get these really solid structural supports in. So what I'm doing is pulling the hair through that bun, wrapping it around and zip tying that to the scalp of the wig, aka the wig cap. Now that all the donuts are finished, we have 1, 2, 3, and they're kind of angled on each other at the top like a triangle. We're going to secure those to the cap and themselves and get them a little compressed so it creates this little mound that is just completely rock solid. We're going through all the hair and through the buns, and it's not going anywhere. The buns are just solid plastic mesh, so it's not going to rip through, and it's going to last you. It's semi-permanent, that's what it is, so it's like permanent until you decide it's not. I've seen people come for people using zip ties on wigs, but honestly, it's always worked for me, and don't be afraid to try new things. That's how things are invented. That's how things become easier. It's called innovation. Don't pick on people. Try it yourself. So let's go ahead and cut off those tails and we'll get started with the next step. Those tails are cut off, and what we're going to do now is do 1 more bun, 2 more buns actually, 1 at the very top and then 1 on the corner like so. So for the very top one, I'm going to unwind this a little bit, and what I'm going to do is fold it in on itself, and what that's going to do is create a little support system for the dangly bit of Mary. These hair buns are really amazing. You can deconstruct them and piece them together however you want. I have a wire hanger that I have cut up and twisted on itself, and the U part I'm going to be inserting down these donuts, and it's going to sit right in there, and then what I'm going to do is secure that part with a zip tie inside the donuts. Wow, I used quite a few zip ties on this wig looking back, but they were all necessary. You really want to make sure you anchor the hair bun to the metal as well. We're creating a cage for the bobby pins and other tools to stick to when we start sculpting this wig.
So now that our structural support is finished, I am going to be roller setting the wig completely around 360, and then we will touch back when we're finished.
This is probably one of the messiest roller sets I've ever done, but it's really quite a messy style, and you're just making sure to put your projection where you want the style to go. So I'm rolling upwards, and we're getting it done. Alright guys, so they are both roller set. You can see that Mary is a little less neat than Winnifred, but this is the roller set that I go to. They are both generally very messy styles, so you can't really go wrong. In the coming weeks, I will show you a tutorial on my famous Marcel wave wig, where the rolling technique needs to be very specific and tight. So, different set of skills for a different outcome, for a different product. Let's go ahead and get everything undone and start teasing. The next step with Winnifred is going to be structure, so we're going to build out kind of like we did Mary, except not as big. Winnifred's hair kind of goes like so, and not like a big swoop. So let's get started, let's get those buns in there, and then we can start teasing and building up the structure this way. While I'm taking out all the pins, I'm making sure to section off everything and tease exactly where it needs to be teased, straight down the middle, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. Oh, what I have done here is I have taken that center rolled section and teased it back with the exception of the hairline, and I have separated where the buns are going to go. So this is really important because you want to tease this all the way through back because we're going to center part it. And unless you want the part to go all the way to the scalp, which I don't, I want there to be some teasing under that part so that it splits right through and you can't see any of the cap and it adds volume to the style. So that is secured. These buns are done. Now let's go ahead and tease these out and then add those buns real quick. Now, same thing we did with Mary, you really want to make sure you pack that in and make these bird nests great and get those buns in so we can have a great support system for the style when we start sculpting. So now that we have the structure of this wig down, you can see it's quite clear where our map is and how this wig is going to come together. Next we are going to reverse tease all of the back and secure inside of these buns, like so. So it'll be teased up and then we'll pin inside. And these are super great anchors for bobby pins and hairpins. In the front, after that we're just going to tease the entire hairline and then slowly and carefully pull up all the hair to create like a bird's nest in each side of these. I love sculpting hair. It's probably my favorite part of the design process. It's so fun, and the curl patterns you set have so much to do with how the style turns out. It's a complete science. Alright guys, so now I have re-secured all of the hair in the back. I reverse teased it and pinned it inside the buns, and then we carried over this section to the top, and then we also kept teasing all the way through the back and split it down the middle and also secured it towards the back. So we have one section here, and then we have two sections going up that are all secured in the bun. I think the silhouette looks amazing. I love the curl pattern in the hair. It's really giving me Winnifred. Now I'm going to tease this hairline and put her up in the hair as well, and we should be looking at a finished wig very soon. Seeing the front come together was so satisfying. All the curls I set in there really turned out great, and it looks so accurate. I love the dimension, and I want to wear this wig myself. Alright guys, Winnie is finished. I really love this aged hairline. It is my favorite scene of the movie when they come out with their hair all old before they get young. So I really wanted to translate that in this style this year. I love Winnie. She's not my favorite, however, she is the wisest of the three, and she is just an unstoppable force, and I can't wait to see her in Hocus Pocus too. Now, back to Sculpting Mary, we really want to make sure we're using that projection straight up and making sure that hair goes directly into the sculpture, pinning in each section and teasing as we go, making sure that everything goes up nice and even and straight. I would go lighter on the product. I've always been a firm believer that product is to keep a style, not make a style. So if it's not staying before the product, it's not going to stay after it. I am proud to say that these wigs are currently touring the country and they're doing amazing. So please take my word for it. You can catch Ginger Minge's Hocus Pocus show in a city near you. Funny story, when she hit me up to these wigs, I was super honored because Ginger Minge is actually the drag queen, one of the drag queens in Hocus Pocus, and she's also a dear friend of mine, so I was extremely honored and a bit of a fangirl moment, honestly. You really want to take your time and go section by section, making sure everything is pinned up. You don't want this wig to fall apart while it's on the client, so please, please, please do take your time and make sure that every single section is pinned up and sculpted exactly how you'd like it before you put product. So now that we've started pinning up the hair to the structure, you really see the wig take form and you see the structure padded out and take shape. I love Mary, she's my favorite, and this wig really, really means a lot to me. So let's finish up. We're going to secure all the hair towards the top, and I'm leaving these purple bits out for last because I really want to see those highlights in the finished product. Towards the end, we're going to take out a couple of pieces of the hairline and add curlers so that it gets like a really curly bang texture. This is really important because the character has those in the movie and it's so iconic. So we're actually kind of in the finishings of the wig and we're doing that front hairline, and I'm trimming the hair to make sure it fits the hairline correctly. There was already a lot of weight up top and I really wanted to define the curls in the front, so that really helped. Alrighty, we took those curls out. Mary is done. She is my favorite sister of the three. I really, really love doing this wig. This has an enormous support system inside. It's not going anywhere. You can throw this wig around and she'll be right back in shape for next year. So let's get on to the next sister. For my last trick, I have a Sarah Sanderson, and I just took my stock 613A and I put a bendy curlers in it. They look like this, and that gave her like this really, really natural kind of aged curl in it. And I really, really like how it came out. You can watch plenty of videos on the bendy curlers on YouTube, but it really gave her this like kind of grungy, slutty blonde curl, and that's exactly what Sarah is. And now I'm just going to do a slight, not a center part, but a little bit off to the side, and then I'm going to tease her up, and she'll be ready. Sarah's honestly, I don't care, grungy, messy girl, but it's really easy to mess up. I see a lot of rooted hair Sarah's, I see a lot of straight hair, I see a lot of shorter hair. It's just not the vibe. At the end here, you're gonna see me put a foamy product on the wig, and that is Pump It Up styling gel, and it really helps define those curls. Okay guys, the Sanderson sisters are finished. This is my way of doing the Sanderson sisters. It's probably not the right way, it's probably not your way, but it's my way and it works for me. I do these wigs every year and this is by far my favorite outcome so far. Please hit the like button, subscribe, share this. I hope you take away something positive from it. Thank you guys so much. This has been Tutorials by Thedragstop, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.